Auntie PoePoe Show. Hello, hello, it's the Auntie PoePoe Show. Hello, hello, it's the Auntie PoePoe Show. Hello, hello, it's the Auntie PoePoe Show.
Donkeys! Donkeys say, "Eehaw!" Wow, that's a cool goat. Look at those big horns. Whoa, what's that guy? Is that an alpaca? Look at all these animals. They're friends. Oh, look at their faces. Aren't they so friendly? I love meeting a friendly little goat. You guys are so cute. I sure had a fun time meeting them and petting them. 2 goats, 2 donkeys, and 1 alpaca friend. Doesn't he have funny teeth? Goodbye, fluffy friends. We're headed to the story room now. Today I'm going to read you a story called Elijah and the Wicked Queen. The story was written by Louise Ulmer and illustrated by Jim Roberts. Let's begin. A girl named Stephanie worked very hard and carefully sewing for great Queen Jezebel, the wickedest queen of all. When Jezebel sang, "I'm so lovely and rich," Stephanie thought she looked more like a witch, with her eyelids painted purple and green and her cheeks the reddest she'd ever seen. Well, the thing that bothered Jezebel was God her people loved so well. "Your God is old-fashioned," she said with a smile. "I'll bring in my own and we'll try them a while." "I'm tired of goodness and kindness and such. You'll like my gods better, I promise as much." So she had some new temples built, fancy and high, for gods of the weather, the rivers, and sky. When Stephanie asked, "What can these gods do? What's wrong with our God, who is real and true?" Jezebel said, "I want gods that I can see, like Baal, who is god of the plant and of the tree." King Ahab was Jezebel's husband's name. The way she bossed him was really a shame. But Elijah the preacher Jezebel found was a man of God she could not push around. For Elijah was sent by the Lord to say, "Those silly clay gods, they must be taken away. There's nothing but dolls, so get rid of them now and tear down those statues and that golden cow." There's the golden cow. That was one of Jezebel's gods. Was one. "The God that I worship rules the earth and the sky. You cannot replace him, however you try. And you will be gentle and good and true if Jehovah the Lord is your God too. The preacher Elijah is just an old fool. He tells me I'm selfish and hateful and cruel," said Jezebel. "No one talks back to me. I'll fix that man. Just you wait and see." She just doesn't like to be told what to do, I think. When Ahab wanted a grape farm one day, he went to the farmer and offered to pay. "This is mighty fine land here, my friend, mighty nice. If you sell it to me, I'll pay a fine price." "I'm sorry, your majesty," Naboth replied, "but this farm that you want is my joy and my pride." When Naboth the farmer refused to sell out, King Ahab went home to his bedroom to pout. Then Jezebel heard what the farmer had done, and she called for her soldiers, who came on the run. "Get Naboth the farmer and put him in jail. Get rid of that man and do not fail." The soldiers did everything that Jezebel said. Within a few days, the poor farmer was dead. "Now, darling, that farm that you wanted is yours. Get up and go see it," the wicked queen purrs. But Stephanie heard of the awful crime, and she went for Elijah, who came in no time. Elijah was mad when he saw the king's face. "What gives you the right to take over this place? While you were home pouting in bed today, your wife killed a man since he got in her way. She does as she pleases, and you don't care. No one can stop her, for nobody dares." "So I have a warning from the Lord. You take this message to her and give her the word. Jezebel thinks she is clever and rich, but the Lord knows her heart is the heart of a witch." Then Ahab was scared for his very life. He feared the Lord even more than his wife. "And you're not much better, King Ahab, my friend. The days of your meanness must come to an end." When the warning was given as plain as could be, said Jezebel, furious, "You can't scare me. I'm queen of this land and no one can top me. I'll do as I please and no one can stop me." The warning from God seemed to do her no good. She did as she pleased, like she said that she would. "I'll show that Elijah and Ahab too, that my gods are better, and that's just what I'll do." But people grew tired of her lies and her schemes, and some of them hated the gods of the queen. So the new king was chosen in Israel, and they kept it a secret from Jezebel. When at last she heard the new king was near, was Jezebel worried and filled with fear? She said, "He can't hurt me, he wouldn't dare. Baal will protect me, I'll go fix my hair." And when the good king's army marched into town, from high palace window the queen looked down. These 3 servants behind her were watching the scene. They gave her a push and she fell with a scream. "Ah!" And And that day was the end of Jezebel and the silly clay gods that she liked so well. She may have been pretty and clever and rich, but the Lord knew her heart was the heart of a witch. So the people and little Stephanie were free from Baal, the god of the tree, and they were free to worship the Lord above, the God of goodness and kindness and love. The end. I hope you enjoyed the story of Elijah and the wicked queen. I know it was a little bit scary with all that meanness going on, but the good news is that they were free to love the God of love, who teaches us that all together we are infinitely valuable and important and wonderful, and we are all so loved by him. Isn't that great? Stay tuned for another song on the Auntie PoePoe Show. There's an answer waiting to tell me how I belong. There's a hope that's waiting, convince me to move on. I went down to the earth, I went down to the earth, head heavy in my hands, I went down to the earth. But I lost my prayer, many years ago I lost my prayer. Mama said you must believe there are things you just don't see. Trust in this, my little girl. Being alive is a miracle. 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 Who can I call to now? Who can I call to now? Ain't no heaven, ain't no hell. Who can I call out now? Feels like the end of the end. Feels like the end of the end. If I give up now, they'll win. Feels like the end of the end. Mama said you must believe there are things you just don't see. Trust in this, my little girl. Being alive is a miracle. 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 There's an answer waiting to tell me how I've wronged. There's a hope that's baiting, convince me to move on. To move on. Mama said you must believe there are things you just can't see. Trust in this, my little girl. Being alive is a miracle. Being alive is a miracle. Being alive is a miracle. Being alive Hello, hello, it's the Auntie PoePoe Show. Hello, hello, it's the Auntie PoePoe Show. Hello, hello, it's the Auntie PoePoe Show. Hello, hello, it's the Auntie PoePoe Show.